Get ready for a thrilling ride as we dive into one of the most intense and dramatic NFL games of the season. A fourth-quarter comeback for the ages. The Buffalo Bills and Baltimore Ravens faced off in a primetime showdown, and boy, did they deliver. With two of the league's MVPs leading the charge, this game had all the makings of a classic, and it didn't disappoint. In a heart-stopping finish, the Bills staged a miraculous comeback, erasing a 15-point deficit in the fourth quarter to edge out the Ravens, 41-40. It was a true shootout, and the crowd was left in awe. The hero of the night? Matt Prater, who joined the Bills just days earlier as a replacement for the injured Tyler Bass. Prater kicked the game-winning field goal from 32 yards out, capping off a wild fourth quarter that included a forced fumble and a laser-like throw from Josh Allen to Keon Coleman. The power of Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Earlier in the game, Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson dominated the Bills' defense. Henry, with his trademark stiff arm and one-cut runs, tore through the middle, while Jackson exploited the outside. Henry's touchdown runs were a sight to behold, especially one that featured a 49-yard gain and showcased his incredible athleticism. At halftime, Henry had already racked up 123 yards and a touchdown, finishing with an impressive 169 yards and 2 scores on the ground. Jackson, on the other hand, was a dynamic force, excelling on the move and keeping the Bills on their toes. Takeaways from the fireworks. This game had it all, and here are some key takeaways. Play of the game. Choose from a dozen highlights, but the fourth down lob from Allen to the end zone, where a tipped ball found the arms of a diving Keon Coleman, truly captured the magic of Buffalo's comeback. A rematch is needed. This game had the intensity of an AFC championship, and with both MVP quarterbacks performing at an otherworldly level, a January rematch is a must. The defenses might need some work, but the offensive showcase was unparalleled. Late-game woes for the Ravens. Jim Harbaugh's teams have a history of losing late leads, and this game was a painful reminder. The Ravens squandered a 2-touchdown advantage, and their late-game decision-making left much to be desired. Buffalo took advantage, stealing the win with some curious clock-burning calls and a crucial tackle on Keon Coleman. MVP favorites with iffy defenses. Both Allen and Jackson proved their worth, with Allen approaching 400 yards passing and Jackson showcasing his aerial efficiency and rushing prowess. However, both teams' defenses were exposed, surrendering a combined 929 yards and 81 points. It's a concern that needs addressing. The Bills' final season at Highmark Stadium. What a way to kick off the final season at Highmark Stadium. The Bills, down by 15 points in the fourth quarter, mounted an incredible comeback with consecutive touchdowns and a field goal, all while capitalizing on a Derrick Henry fumble and a Ravens 3-and-out. Matt Prater, the new kicker, delivered the winning kick and the crowd went wild. A thrilling finish. Josh Allen, the master of completions, drove the Bills down the field with precision. A crucial mistake by Jair Alexander may have sealed the win for Buffalo, who were then set up for an easy field goal attempt. Alexander's tackle attempt on a potential touchdown was a costly error. The Ravens, with a chance to run out the clock, opted for a run-pass strategy, resulting in a 3-and-out. With 1:26 left and no timeouts, Josh Allen had the ball at the 20-yard line, and the stage was set for a dramatic finish. The Bills scored, but a failed 2-point conversion attempt kept them down by 2 points. With all 3 timeouts remaining, the Ravens needed to get a first down to secure the win. But a fumble by Henry changed the game's trajectory, giving the Bills a chance to tie it up with a short touchdown drive. Controversial calls and missed opportunities. The officials made some questionable calls, including a missed spot on a Josh Allen scramble, which led to a holding penalty and a sack. These mistakes proved costly as the Bills had to punt, giving the Ravens an opportunity to run out the clock. Derrick Henry, the unstoppable force, continued to dominate, and the Ravens built a 15-point lead once again. Lamar Jackson, with his elusive moves, kept the Bills' defense guessing. The Bills, down by 9 points, went for 2 early, a strategic move to gather information and keep their options open. However, a sequence of events, including a missed conversion and a penalty, left them in a tough spot. A back-and-forth battle. The game was a seesaw battle, with both teams trading blows. James Cook, the Bills' running back, had a breakout performance, setting up a screen pass that led to a 51-yard gain. Josh Allen's bootleg run 2 plays later put the Bills back in the game. DeAndre Hopkins, the veteran wide receiver, made a spectacular one-handed catch for a touchdown. A true display of his skill and experience. Kyle Hamilton, the star safety, returned to the game after a brief absence due to a hand injury. His presence was a boost for the Bills' defense. As the 4th quarter began, the Ravens had a 2-score lead, but the Bills were far from done. They needed to mount a comeback, and they did, moving the ball down the field and keeping their hopes alive. A dramatic finish. Josh Allen, the magician, made a series of incredible plays, including a shovel pass as he escaped the pocket. The Bills were within striking distance, and Matt Prater had a chance to tie the game with a field goal. The Ravens, with a comfortable lead, tried to run out the clock, but a huge play by Joey Bosa, who stripped the ball from Justice Hill, changed the momentum. The Bills had one last chance, and they took it, converting a field goal to cut the lead to 10-7. As the game entered the 4th quarter, the Bills were down by 2 scores, but they weren't going down without a fight. Allen and co. stormed back, and the rest, as they say, is history. And the crowd goes wild. The Bills' comeback was a testament to their resilience and the talent of their players. The crowd erupted in cheers as the final seconds ticked away, and the Bills secured the win. It was a game that will go down in NFL history, a true showcase of the sport's excitement and unpredictability. So what do you think? Was this game a sign of things to come for the Bills and Ravens? And what about those controversial calls? Let's discuss in the comments.